So, folks, we have to ask ourselves really a very important question today that I don't think a lot of us have really thought about before. What you gonna do when Nintendo Switch 2 Mania runs wild on you, brother? Because yesterday, good lord, a bunch of people started talking about this for the 100th time this year, but instead of just random people or industry leakers, these are actual people who have somewhat of a track record when it comes to this. They're not really known as leakers, they're more so known as reporters, journalists, or people who do things within the video game industry. Now, the Nintendo Switch successor, the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever you want to call this system, I think people are ready for something like this, and some of us have been ready for longer than others with it. So I want to go over this information with you guys today and see, I guess, if we can kind of figure out, like, is there a Switch 2 reveal happening this month? Because according to some people, it might be. So we're going to start things off here with someone who just appeared recently on the channel, Christopher Dring. Bring, bring, dring, bring, bring, dring, bring, bring, dring, bring, bring, dring. Now I'm going to be real with you. Looking at his profile picture, I don't think he's a Mudvayne fan, so you might not get that reference, Christopher, but, you know, listen to Dig by Mudvayne, listen to the intro, and you'll understand it, and that's a great album, by the way. LD50 is a great album. It's not a new metal album. That is just a great metal album. Anyways, Christopher Dring, the man we talked about the other day with Star Wars Outlaws information, the man based in the UK, had to say this yesterday. With industry whispers around something Switch 2 related happening this month, I thought I'd remind, there should be a comma there, I thought I'd remind everyone of the official list of greatest games consoles of all time. Number 1, Nintendo Switch. 2, everything or everyone else. Now that's a very subjective statement, Christopher, because I mean, yeah, you can make a case for it, but like PlayStation 2 exists, dog, and you look at that PlayStation 2 library of exclusives and new games and new ideas and stuff like that, like, dog, Switch is up there, but I might give it to the PlayStation 2. But this, industry whispers. Well, who's whispering, Christopher? Who is whispering about this? Well, not to be outdone, we had a follow-up with this. Andy Robinson from VGC. Seems a bunch of press have heard this, but I still wouldn't bet my house on it. And then we have a tweet from good old Stealth here. Shoutouts to Stealth. Christopher Dring said he's heard industry whispers that something Switch 2 is happening this month. In my opinion, greatest system. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop it. Yeah, it's up there. Okay, Nintendo's greatest system? I don't know, man. I don't know. It didn't have any good wrestling games on it besides, you know, smaller stuff. Anyways, it's all very subjective. But this kind of is almost like a telephone tag sort of situation with industry whispers around something Switch 2 related happening this month. Where are the whispers? Did you hear the whispers? Who is whispering? Because when you play telephone and things start to get misconstrued, now we have that Chris Dring heard industry whispers. But is it just industry whispers as far as randos talking online? Andy Robinson, like I said, also saying this as well. But to me, when you look at Andy's tweet, like, he's not saying that he heard that. He's saying that other people have heard that. So that kind of throws a little bit of a monkey wrench into things. Are people talking about the Switch 2? Are industry people talking about the Switch 2? 100%. But they've been talking about it for quite a while now. There's been little nuggets here and there of companies saying that they want to work on the system successor and stuff. We're mostly focusing on something happening this month. And I'm not quite sure that we have really seen a lot of companies kind of putting out there that something is going to happen this month. But we don't just stop there. We don't just stop Christopher Dring, Dring. We don't stop with Andy Robinson because we have an actual person that I like their work. David Gibson, who of course covers a lot of Japanese stuff. He goes to like the Nintendo Q&As and stuff out there and translates them before Nintendo officially translates them. David Gibson actually put like a little date on this. David Gibson, following up with what Christopher Dring was saying, he says, I think it might be September 18th to the 26th or in early October. Avoid Tokyo Game Show. And then he goes on to say, no one seems to have noticed the Nintendo assembler Hosiden is spending 2 billion yen on production equipment and 1 billion yen on automation. Is that how you say that? Yeah, automation. In 2025 for its major customer in amusement. I still expect September news and a March 2025 release for the next device. Now, you just said or in early October, so, you know, where's the confidence level with stuff like this? Like, could something be happening this month? Sure. If you look at the grander picture of things here, like, there's a reason that they didn't do a standard Nintendo Direct this month, or they haven't done one, I should say, because there is still a chance that they could. You know, it's not completely written off. All because you do a partner Direct and an Indie World showcase, you could still do your own Direct. You could do a Direct Mini and just show off your upcoming games like that bastardized Donkey Kong Country Returns HD for $60, the most disgusting travesty and cash grab I've ever seen in video games. But like, it doesn't completely negate that a Direct could happen this month. I think a lot of this is stemming from the fact that, yeah, Nintendo did skip out, it seems at least, on their standard September Nintendo Direct. So it would make sense for something to kind of be in its place. And for a lot of people, that something is the upcoming system. Because like I said, let's be real, a lot of people want this thing. And I've seen a lot of interesting things, because there's kind of two mentalities that are out there with it happening in September that I have personally heard. The first being, if Tokyo Game Show comes and goes, and Nintendo is at Tokyo Game Show, like talking to people and stuff like that, wouldn't it make for a somewhat awkward situation when, you know, that's a good industry event to be meeting up with a lot of Japanese developers and stuff like that, and you haven't talked about it, you haven't shown it off, you know, because that kind of limits companies being able to say, hey, our game is also coming out on this platform, to which that is very important in Japan. Because when it comes to the video game market in Japan, Nintendo is the clear dominator out there. Like, Sony's in a distant second, Xbox doesn't exist. So when you're in a very hyper-focused region, it would make sense for companies to be able to talk about their games potentially coming to the next hardware. But on the other side of the coin, you do have people saying, well, wouldn't that cannibalize their holiday sales and their holiday lineup with games like Super Mario Party, Country Bear Jamboree, and of course, you know, Echoes of Wisdom? Wouldn't it kind of take the shine off of Echoes of Wisdom? What about, you know, Brothership? I always forget the name of that because, I don't know, man, that game doesn't look super good to me from an aesthetic point of view. It looks blurry. I don't know, looks blurry. But what did that sort of cannibalize what the Switch is trying to do in the holiday season? And to that I say, not really. Because you're selling the software to the people that already own a Switch. Like, I don't think Nintendo is expecting to sell a whole bunch of consoles. And if they do want to sell consoles, there's a very easy way to sell the Nintendo Switch, even after the announcement of the successor of the system. It's called a price drop. You do some holiday sales. You actually drop the price of this, considering you're pissing money, you know, every time you go to the bathroom. You could drop the price of this a little and get a lot more sales. You know, imagine if like the OLED went down to like 300 or 250 or something like that. You do the Switch Lite at like 150, $100. Like, I don't feel like that would hurt Nintendo in any way, shape, or form, especially considering a lot of these systems are already made, they're already manufactured, they're already factored into the overall bottom line in this. And you would make up for it with terms of gross sales, meaning that you sell a bunch more at a lower price, and of course you have the software to go alongside of that. So to me, like, I don't think it would cannibalize any sort of holiday stuff. But once again, is it gonna happen this month? Like, part of me, here's the thing. This is just very personal. Part of me wants it to happen so that everyone shuts the hell up about when this thing is going to be revealed. Because I am so sick and tired of every freaking day, literally every day, people make videos. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just get it over with. Just make it happen. But on the other side of the coin, I'm a very sadistic person to a degree. And I like to see people squirm and suffer. So, like, how funny would it be if September comes and goes and there is no announcement? Nothing. Radio silence. Like, that would really, that would make me laugh. And it's like, do I want to laugh or do I want peace of mind? Do I want to see suffering or do I want to see people finally shutting up about something? I don't know. What do you want? Do you want to see it this month? Do you think that this is the right time? Do you think that Christopher Dring, Andy Robinson, David Gibson, do you think they're on to something? Or is it a bunch of hooting and hollering about nothing? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, hit the bell notification as well so you don't miss any uploads. Thank you guys for watching all of the recent videos on here. We've been going crazy with videos, man, but like, 'tis the season, dog. Like, September to December, like, that's when YouTubers like have a lot of stuff to talk about and they make money. So expect to see my beautiful mustache quite often in the future. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.